Coming to you from Forager Brewery in Rochester, our town.
Welcome to Our Town, the show about Rochester. I'm Jen Koski. So there is so much going on in Rochester. Today, we are looking at the live music scene, we're checking out a local bait shop, and we're talking a lot about tech today. Rogerio and Andre are in town from Brazil to meet with Mayo Clinic about technology collaborations. But first, we're going to talk about the great things that young people are doing in Rochester around tech. Welcome today to Tiera Felder, a member of the Tech ATS, and team mentor Maren. Welcome to you both. So, Maren, let's start with you. Why don't you tell me about BDPA and this Technovation competition? This was the first that I had heard of it.
Well, BDPA is actually an organization. It stands for Black Data Processing Associates, and it's been around since the 70s.
Has it been in Rochester since the 70s?
It's been in the Rochester since 1999.
Okay.
And really the main focus was to help to network and support people of color in technology careers.
Okay.
And the Rochester group has taken on a charge of teaching middle and high school students web development, and they do that. They meet every Saturday morning from December to June.
So they bring this group, and you're a mentor for some of these students who are creating different technologies, and some of these then have gone to this Technovation competition.
Yeah, so the goal of Technovation is, it started in 2010 with just 45 girls, and now has well over 5,000 girls, is in 82 countries. Over 1,000 applications have been made. It's really about giving girls an opportunity to learn what it takes to start a tech startup. So it starts through identifying a problem in the community, and then brainstorming solutions, then doing market research to figure out how big your problem actually is and who's impacted by it. Then you design and code an application, write a business plan for it, and create a pitch and demo video for your application. That's all sent to, in Rochester, that's all sent to the city's competition that's called Appapalooza, and it's a giant party. It's a giant party where the girls all get together, they present their applications, talk, learn, have keynote speakers, and then a panel of judges decide who move on to the semifinals.
So what a fantastic opportunity for these girls, and you are one of these girls.
Yeah.
Now, you have been doing this for a couple of years?
Yeah, I've been doing it this is my second year now doing Technovation.
Okay, and so tell me about what technology you have been working on as part of this group. You've created an app, right? And not just you, but you have a couple of team members.
Angeli Dontley and Samir Ibrahimo, who are 7th graders with me as well, working on this app.
Right, and you're 7th graders.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell me about this app.
Well, our app's called Help I'm Hungry. It helps people in Rochester find food who come from food insecure households.
So food insecure households, tell me what that is.
That basically means that they're lacking reliable resources to find healthy food or food in general in those types of situations. Our app basically gives you different options to either go to groceries, dine in, or take out, and from there it lists options that are in your area, and you can either pick to go to the map to give you directions to those areas, or go to the website to check out more times and areas and things like that.
Okay, so let me see if I'm understanding this. You have created an app so that people who are from food insecure households can use this app to find out where they can get free food. So do you have community partners that you've worked with, or who is giving free food that you're able to access?
One of them that I can remember is Channel 1. We looked it up and it showed some of the areas and times that they give out free food to people who needed it around Rochester.
Yeah, that is fantastic. And so someone's able to use this if they are looking for dinner that night. Now, did I see that one of the parts of the app is takeout? And so there's takeout places. And tell me a little bit more about the specifics of what is offered.
Dine in is where you can take your family to go in and just eat food and just talk and relax. Takeout is where you go in, take out food and go home and eat with it. And groceries is just basically groceries for people who need free food.
So do you remember the moment when you first decided that this was the technology you wanted to create? Were you involved in that, Maren, as well?
Well, we did brainstorm. Technovation had a day where we brought in people from the community. And so we brought in a variety of different people from places like United Way and Channel One and talked about basically what problems face people in our area.
Okay, well, it's a fantastic technology and I'm very excited for you.
Our Town is brought to you in part by the following amazing people and organizations.
Clements Subaru proudly partners with award-winning KSMQ Public Television. Clements Subaru of Rochester. Clements' clear value promise is to make buying a car fast, fair, and simple. The University of Minnesota Rochester, an undergraduate health sciences university offering education designed to change tomorrow's healthcare. University of Minnesota Rochester, always in the heart of our community.
And the members of KSMQ Public Television. Thank you.
More great stories ahead. Jennifer Rogers visits a local bait shop to find out why people are so crazy about fishing. We meet one of Rochester's pioneer families. And up next, Our Town Culture explores the live music scene from both the musician and the fan perspectives.
Hi, I'm John Sievers.
I'm Mike Fallenstein.
So I've been in town for maybe 11 years now, and that whole time the music scene has been growing and getting better. There's a lot of awesome musicians here.
Here at the Redwood Room, you can music 6 nights a week. And John, you play here quite a bit.
Yep, one of my favorite venues to play. It's an awesome place to play. It's really intimate. It's in the basement. It's had live music here for a long time, so people know to come out and check it out. One of my favorite memories from the Redwood Room is one night I was playing in here with the Deceivers, and there's a table that got they're having a very good time. They got up and danced, which doesn't always happen at the Redwood Room, which is probably why it sticks in my mind. But they accidentally knocked down my music stand, but they didn't knock down my drink, which was nice. And then I gave the whole table temporary tattoos, Deceivers temporary tattoos, and they had them on their shoulders and their necks, and it was a pretty exciting night. So we're in the alley here behind Kathy's Pub, a great music spot in Rochester. Some of the awesome things about this venue is it's got 3 different levels where you can see music. So on the main floor there's a stage that has music on Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays. Second floor there's a stage that's got music on occasion, and then in summer months there's a patio that also has music. What are some of your favorite things here, Mike?
Kathy's here gets some really great music from not only local live musicians, but they get great music from across the country. I think the other thing about Kathy's I really like is if you stay out late in the evening, past midnight, you can always find Kathy's here. Their music goes typically till 2 a.m.
It's got a huge variety too. So like for seeing a band in the downtown area, this is a great spot, but you can see everything from bluegrass to funk to EDM parties sometimes on Friday nights on the second floor. So there's all kinds of variety here, which is awesome.
And here we are at the Doggery, another musical venue here in Rochester that also has live music. John, you've played here before.
Yeah, it's a great place to play. Craft cocktails when we're kind of like in the Prohibition era. It's a little secretive entrance. It's a pretty awesome place. One of the things I really like about the Doggery is one of the few places you can listen to live music in town from the comfort of a plush couch. So the music here is typically on Thursday nights, and it usually goes from about 8 to 11 or 8 to midnight, something like that. And one night, I can't remember who it was, but they were hollering out saying, "Hey, John, you should kiss the beast." And there's this big, like, stuffed animal, deer or something, I don't know what it is, on the wall. So I got up on my tippy toes and gave her a little kiss, and there's a good photo record of that somewhere. All right, so we're outside of the Half Barrel here, another great music venue in downtown Rochester. Yeah, and then in the summertime, what's really cool is there's a window that actually opens up, and then you can hear the music both on the patio or inside. The other awesome thing about the Half Barrel is they've got like the best whiskey selection in town. It's like awesome whiskey selection. So here they usually have music on like Wednesday nights. Almost every Wednesday night they have music. Then they also have music on the weekends, on Fridays and Saturdays, sometimes on occasion. And the owner here, Chris Fierce, is just a great guy, and he's really supportive of local music. So it's a nice fit for Rochester's music venues.
You hear of Destination Medical Center. Well, I think with all the great music you hear in Rochester here, it's to be Destination Music Center.
All right, here we go. Destination Music Center. I like it. That's good, Mike.
For more information about this story and other Our Town features, connect with us on Facebook, Twitter at KSMQ #OurTown, or ksmq.org/OurTown.
It's been like a whole day since I stopped so you could hold me. But this child awaits, strong in the faith. Lord, you are the refuge that I can't wait.
Since we're talking so much tech this week, you might be interested to know that Rochester is home to numerous organizations whose sole purpose is to help you launch that innovative concept that's been percolating around in your brain for the last 6 months or longer. Let's start with BioAM. They are especially interested in helping to accelerate the growth of the bio-business community. They hold regular open coffee tech meetups at Cafe Steam, right there on Broadway, along with other networking and learning events. They can be found at bioam.org. Now, the Rochester Area Chamber of Commerce sponsors numerous roundtable events as well. Just this past week, they covered financing that business idea of yours. Roundtables are a great way to engage in thoughtful discussion and not just sit back and listen to a speaker. If you want to find out more, they are at rochestermnchamber.com. Now, SBDC, the Small Business Development Center, they're from the government, and they're here to help. No, really. Rochester's SBDC is operated by the Rochester Community and Technical College in cooperation with several state and regional partners. This long-standing organization is often a no-cost way to get some basic business questions answered. You can email them at semnsbdc@gmail.com. That's semnsbdc@gmail.com to learn more about them. And have you ever perused the meetup calendar for Rochester? How about a group called Waking Up to Coffee and Talking About Design for people who know the difference between UX and UI design? That's not me, by the way. Or how about Shout 2.0? Sounds exciting. Whatever your niche, Rochester has a dynamic community of people interested in making your new tech startup the next big hit. You can check it out. Coming up next, Jennifer Rogers teaches us what it means to fish or cut bait on Our Town Walkabout.
Hi guys, I'm Jennifer Rogers at Hooked on Fishing with Cody on US 63 North. Tell me, what do you have here?
This is a full service bait and tackle shop. We have everything from live bait to lures, rods and reels, a little bit of everything. Okay, what we have here is fathead minnows. They're a little bit bigger. And then we move over to the crappie minnows for panfish, crappies, perch. And then we have the bigger sucker minnows for northern pike, muskie. Some people will use them as what we call cut bait for catfish. What they'll do is they'll cut the head and the tail off and then use the middle of their body for bait. I know it sounds gross, but all the guts and everything kind of flow out and attract the fish. Yep.
So would you rather catch fish or cut bait?
I would rather be fishing right now. These are leeches. These are good for walleye. We usually carry 3 different sizes, a small, a medium, and a jumbo. They're pretty creepy crawly. You want to hold one?
No, thank you. That's fine. Right there. So what's one of the good lakes to go to around here to get any of those type of fish you mentioned?
The most common lake right now is going to be Lake Zumbro. Okay. Crappies are biting really good out there. They started to move up with the warmer water. And then everybody's just kind of going to the river too. Okay,
what kind of fish are in those ponds around town?
Mostly panfish, some largemouth bass. A couple of them do have some northern in them. Mostly just panfish, and then you got Foster Pond with trout. That's a stock trout pond.
Okay. Do a lot of people eat those type of fish?
Yep, smoked trout is actually really good.
Really?
Yeah.
I have to try some. I've never been fishing before. Why is fishing so popular?
I like fishing because it's relaxing. Sometimes it can be frustrating. Most times it's relaxing. It's nice to get out in the woods or get out in nature, outdoors. Ice fishing around here is actually really big. It's easier to get to versus walking around in the woods. A lot of guys. I have 2 different customers. I have summer customers and winter customers.
Okay, and they go out in the freezing cold to fish.
Yep. Go out in the cold, get your little fish house, get your heater on, drill a hole, and start fishing.
Well, thank you so much, Cody, for having us here.
You're welcome.
I am Jennifer Rogers, your host with Our Town Walkabout.
And Andre and Rosario are here to answer this week's big question.
Who is Pixion, and why do they travel all the way from Brazil to Rochester?
Back in a moment.
Our past. Remembering what made us who we are today. Brought to you by the History Center of Olmsted County.
Rochester wouldn't exist today without the pioneers who settled it and shaped its growth. Brothers Joseph and George Stoppel immigrated to the United States from Germany in the mid-1840s. Upon learning of good land in Minnesota, they brought their families from Ohio to the small town of Rochester by ox cart in 1856. Caves dug into the hillsides on their property provided shelter that first year. Joseph's home, serving as the first school in the area, became a social gathering spot. And as the first lime kiln operator in the county, Joseph produced material that went into many of Rochester's earliest buildings. A contemporary of the Stoppels was Ellen Bisbee. Born in New York in 1836, she made her way to Rochester along with her first husband, Stiles P. Jones. After his death in 1861, Bisbee managed their farmland and eventually became a lawyer. Described as a very brilliant woman, who was very independent and forceful, she remained in Rochester until 1889.
Big question time, and we have guests here from all over Rochester. This week we have guests from all over the world, Brazil. Actually, Andre and Rosario, welcome. Here visiting Mayo Clinic, and here's the big question. Talk a little bit about your visit here and your company.
Okay, we are from Brazil. We are from a company named Pixion. It's a small company from Brazil. And we are here first to learn from the huge experience in Mayo Clinic has in the healthcare IT. And second, we are here to look for business opportunities, to co-development technology, to license some solutions that Mayo Clinic has to improve our solutions that we deliver to our customers in Brazil.
And Rosario, I'm sorry, your company is called Pixion. What do you do? What do you provide?
Pixion is a one-stop shop, provide the solution for healthcare in Latin America market. We can provide solution for hospital management. We have solutions for radiology information center management, and you have solution for PACS product for the doctors make the diagnostic for disease for the customers. Right? PACS a picture for track the images from the clinic, right?
So you create software that
we
hospitals and clinics can use to help manage?
Yeah, we are an information technology company focused on healthcare solutions.
So how will your meetings here in Rochester you've had many of them. We were chatting dozens of meetings. Is it mostly with IT people or medical professionals? Who are you meeting with when you're here in Rochester?
Have meetings with IT people and have meetings with doctors from who we can receive a lot of insights and ideas of opportunities to improve our solutions, our software solutions, and to work together to bring some contributions to Mayo Clinic also.
So right now, you don't have a relationship with Mayo Clinic. You're
No,
still
we're starting
South
now.
America.
Not yet. We're starting.
And so
right
you're
now.
kind of educating the folks up here, educating about what you do, and then as a consequence, they are helping you a little bit?
Yes, that's pretty much it.
And so you're hoping that at some point there'll be some kind of partnership with Mayo? It's kind of a two-way street, right? You're learning, and then potentially you could be a supplier to Mayo.
Yes.
Technically talking, we hope to create some products with Mayo as a co-developed solution. As we are discussing with technical guys from Mayo. It's what we want to do here as well.
What are one or two big differences between the healthcare software world here in Rochester and Brazil?
Our company works for the middle markets of the healthcare. So we develop solutions for small and medium hospitals in Brazil. Of course, Mayo Clinic has a huge difference of size and complexity. So we are looking for the experience they have with this complexity, how they can be simplified to small hospitals.
And in your meetings over the course of this week, I mean, do you feel like you have already learned a lot of things that you'll take back with you?
Yes, pretty much. A lot of insights, ideas, concepts that we're going to apply in our products.
Because Mayo have one of the best doctors around the world. Like the level of techniques are very strong skill in medical devices, in equipment, in software. But it's very good to us to share this experience.
Is this for what you work on now? Is more for professionals, or are you dealing with patients? You know, we have a lot in our news up here about like robotic, where people can be 100 miles away from their doctor and be speaking to them. Is that any kind of what you do?
Not yet, not yet. In Brazil, we don't have laws that allow it
Oh, really?
yet to do remote appointment with doctors.
Has to be in person.
Yes. So we are looking more for improvements in the workflow, prediction algorithms for the software, and some solutions for process imaging for our PAC solution.
Advanced process image.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Advanced process image to complement our solution that we have in Latin American market. It's important, a good skill that Mayo have a lot.
So our talks are more with doctors and IT people, not with the patient yet.
And for any specialty, or do you look for like cancer solutions, heart disease, or general medicine?
We have more general solutions. So we are not profound in specific disease, but...
So general solution would be what? Can you give us an example?
The electronic medical records for the hospitals in Brazil. How to register prescriptions, the check of the drugs that are applied to patients, results of exams, reports from the image that was taken from the patients. So how to manage all this information to the doctors to know the information that will be used to treat the patient.
Don't we already have those systems?
We developed the system.
I mean, in the U.S., aren't there such systems?
Not US, just for the Latin American market.
Ah, okay.
So this is what you're learning here to bring back with you.
Yeah, to share experience with
What we can develop together is specific in the imaging area. To post-process imaging and in this area. But for electronic medical records, we are more looking for insights and maybe some piece of software that we could get to our products in Brazil and Latin America.
So has there been one single surprise that you have found here that you didn't expect to learn, or something that is the most surprising to you so far?
Yes, we have some algorithms to prevent patient deterioration and to alert doctors to take care of the patient that we are thinking about to use in our software in Brazil.
And your first time in Rochester.
Yes.
Yes.
We have very little warm weather to speak of.
It's very cold for us. We're Brazilian guys. Brazil is very warm, so arrive here very cold to us. But
It has
it's
been.
good. Yeah.
So have you been out? What have you been doing in Rochester when you're not down at the clinic working?
We enjoy very much this place. We came here twice.
The forager.
Very good, Michael. Very good beer here.
Good call out.
Very good place.
Maybe
good
you
pizza.
can share some of the beer technology with back in Brazil. Take some back with you.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, thank you very much. It's been fascinating, and welcome to Rochester. Glad you had a good time.
Thank you.
Hopefully, good things will come of this.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
And that's it for us right now. Join us next week when we explore Rochester's long-standing tradition of excellent Greek food.
Thanks for joining us. See you next time on Our Town, the show about Rochester.
You could do too.